Happy Monday and good noon. I want us to talk about forgiveness today, and I know you don't want to talk about it. I for sure don't want to talk about it. Forgiveness is not my thing, not something I'm good at, not something I want to do. But I was talking to someone about it in this last week, and I realized that we misunderstand forgiveness. We don't fully recognize the purpose or the outcome of forgiveness. Most of the time, we think forgiveness is about the offender, about the person who hurt us, about the person that was hostile to us. We think if we choose forgiveness, it's for them, it's to let them off the hook. But that's not what forgiveness is at all. I don't think. I don't think that's even the beginning of forgiveness at all. We see these grand movie scenes where someone goes in and professes their forgiveness to someone who murdered their family. And we think, okay, that's forgiveness. The forgiveness is for the offender. It's to let them off the hook. But that's not at all what forgiveness is. So let's talk a minute about what forgiveness is. If it's not that, what is it? First of all, a lot of people say, oh, I can't, I don't feel like forgiving him. I'm not ready to forgive him. That's fine. Take your time. But I also want you to know it's not a feeling. Forgiveness is a choice. This is something I have learned in the hard way. Forgiveness is all about me choosing. And it's also not about most of my complaint for choosing or not choosing forgiveness is, well, they're just going to do it again. And that may be true. So forgiveness doesn't mean to forget. It doesn't mean that it automatically makes somebody trustworthy. It doesn't mean that I don't need to keep boundaries with that person. That person didn't change because I chose forgiveness. So I still need to keep boundaries, still need to do the things that are healthy to protect me. But what forgiveness really is, it's all about me getting released from the hurt. It's all about me getting released from the bitterness and anger and whatever else is festering inside of me because I was choosing unforgiveness. Now, see, that's really different, isn't it, from what you and I usually think of when it comes to forgiveness. It's about me, not about the offender. So I don't ever have to go make any grand gesture. If I want to and need to, certainly. I don't need to go to someone and say, I forgive you. But what I do need to do for me is say, I choose to forgive. I need to go ahead and name the person, name what happened, even talk about how it made me feel. I felt so small, insignificant, belittled, whatever it is. Because the hurt is what's holding me in this place where I'm not being released. So when you say, hey, I'm not going to forgive him because I don't want him to get off the hook. What's really happening is you're on the hook. We are on the hook when we don't forgive. So let's put it this way. If it happened with a stranger did something horrible to you and they went on with their life and you never chose forgiveness, how did that impact them? It didn't impact their life at all, did it? I mean, they went on. They're total strangers. But it impacted yours forever and a day. So I'm not challenging you this week to choose forgiveness, but I am challenging you to wrestle with the concept of forgiveness. I like to, because of my relationship with God, I like to choose forgiveness in the presence of God. I choose to forgive so-and-so for this, and here's how that made me feel. I do it right there in the presence of God. And that gets me off the hook in a way that I don't carry bitterness and hate and anger and all the things that rise up and torment me. So take this week, challenge yourself on what this whole topic of forgiveness is, wrestle well with it this week and see what you come up with. I'm Michelle Gooch with Life by Design. I love to partner with people in transition, help them get from where they are to where they want to be. If you're interested in that, you can find me at www.lifebydesign.guru. Lifebydesign.guru. See you next Monday.